polls have closed and residents of Oklahoma City have voted. Apparently the tie has come off. I'm Dave Morris here in the Oklahomans video studio as residents across Oklahoma City voted on Maps 4 to extend that 1 cent sales tax. In the studio joining me now is David Dishman, who has been covering Maps 4 this whole campaign. Welcome and nice tie.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's recap real fast. Again, the polls have closed.
Yeah.
We're waiting on the voter turnout and the totals to come in. But let's kind of recap, first of all, what Maps 4 was, and then we can dive into what this actually means for you in your pocketbook. But first of all, an overview.
Yeah, so Maps 4 was the only thing on the ballot today, and it was a question either yes or no. Would the voters like to approve a 1 cent temporary sales tax? This tax would have a lifespan of 8 years, and it would raise what they expect to be at least $978 million, which would cover the costs for 16 different projects around the city, civic projects ranging from park enhancements to affordable housing to improvements at Chesapeake Energy Arena, that sort of thing.
Let's chat about that for just a second.
Yeah.
As we mentioned, it's Maps 4, so this is the fourth iteration of Maps. And the 16 projects, a little bit different this time.
Yeah, there's some similarities. Some people will remember things that have happened downtown in past maps, and you'll see money being used for Chesapeake Energy Arena, like I said, if the votes turn out and it passes. But then there were a bunch of projects included that kind of looked to expand beyond the downtown area, the parks, the affordable housing, things that will branch out into kind of the neighborhoods and the further reaches of the city. As we all know, Oklahoma City is a very large area and expands well beyond downtown. So again, that's if it passes, that's what that was included, but we have yet to see that.
You can go online to oklahoman.com. There's extensive coverage of Maps 4 breaking down every one of these projects, all 16 projects, and I'll give you an opportunity here to kind of give props to our fellow reporters in the newsroom of who all was involved and what they did on this.
Yeah, we had a large team working on this for the past several months, taking a look at each project individually, if you wanted to get on and see what is included and what people voted on today. We had people covering kind of the bigger picture of things, the historical impact of past Maps projects. Downtown and Oklahoma City overall has changed drastically since the first Maps passed in the 90s. So we'd really just tried to encompass it all, give you guys an opportunity to head to the polls today, very informed, as informed as possible, so that you could make up your mind on whether or not you felt that this was worth your vote or not, worth your 1 cent sales tax or not. And we'll see. So we'll see what Oklahoma City has to decide.
We will. You can follow along on oklahoman.com for complete election results throughout the night. Our Caleb Branch will be at the watch party, the Vote Yes Maps 4 watch party, where we would expect the mayor to be there.
Yes, he is expected to be there, and he's a huge fan of Maps 4. He's been tweeting like crazy all day, retweeting everybody who's got their I voted stickers and that sort of thing. So, you know, not everybody's voting for it. I saw a lot of people on Twitter as well who had concerns or felt that maybe certain projects weren't worth the city spending money on, that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what happens. We'll see how that goes.
On that note, some of the comments that I have seen online were that, hey, I wish I didn't have to vote for this, or why, or this time, but it's always been that way, a yes or no when it comes to Maps, right?
Yep. Maps has had multiple projects included and always under the same format, 1 cent sales tax for every dollar you spend, and that those projects have included various numbers of projects, but each vote, yes, it's either yes or no. And it's always been a temporary tax, so again, this time, this tax would, if it passes, it will go into effect April 1st, when the Better Streets, Safer City tax.
I'm glad you said that, because I interchange those words every time.
I mix it up a lot, but the Better Streets, Safer City tax will come off the books at the end of March, and April 1st, the Maps 4 tax would take effect. So consumers wouldn't see any price change in their tax rate if if MAPS 4 passes. If it doesn't pass, then April 1st you'll see a 1 cent reduction per dollar that you spend on goods that are subject to sales tax.
If you are so inclined, we have graphics and calculators breaking down how this affects you in your wallets over the next few years. You can go online to oklahoman.com. It is linked various places on that homepage, and you can find out all that information. Again, throughout tonight, we will have election coverage and results. You can find those right there on the homepage at oklahoman.com. This gentleman right here, Mr. David Dishman, will be all over it throughout the night. Again, we'll go to Caleb Branch at the watch party, and our photographers will be out canvassing the city as well. Sir, good job leading up to tonight, and thanks for your time.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.